Hi, everybody. I'm Tony Garitano, founder of Progress in Lending Association, and welcome to Day 3 of the 2023 Engage event. I want to start off today by thanking all of our sponsors that made Engage possible this year. First, I want to thank Blackfin Group. Blackfin Group is an umbrella of services and software products that specializes in the financial services industry. Blackfin is where national, regional, and community banks, credit unions, and independent mortgage bankers turn for trusted consulting experts, services, and insights. Second, I'd like to thank Constellation Mortgage Solutions, CMS. It's the gold standard in mortgage lending technology. CMS offers an enterprise solution for all their clients' loan origination, forward and reverse, and loan servicing needs. CMS empowers their clients' team, quickly adapts to the changing regulations, and is customizable to all unique workflows. CMS's highly configurable solution provides all the tools and integrations needed to keep operations streamlined and within the CMS Enterprise platform. I'd also like to thank Insellerate. Insellerate is an innovative customer experience platform which delivers lead management, sales enablement, engagement, a robust mortgage-specific content library, and data intelligence, all in one comprehensive and highly scalable platform. Insellerate delivers dynamic technology, strategy, and content for every lending channel to ensure engagement throughout the customer journey, whether it be with the lender's borrowers, referral partners, or any other party to the loan. I'd also like to thank Loretta. Since 1986, Loretta has provided the mortgage and insurance industries the fastest, most accurate, and complete access to property tax data and flood hazard status information across the U.S. Loretta is committed to giving customers extraordinary service and cost-effective property tax and flood solutions. I'd also like to thank Tavant. Headquartered in Santa Clara, California, Tavant is a digital products and solutions company that provides impactful results to its customers across North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. Founded in 2000, the company employs over 3,000 people and is a recognized top employer. Tavant has created an AI-powered intelligent lending enterprise by reimagining the customer experience, driving operational efficiencies, and improving collaboration. Lastly, I'd like to thank Terra Verde. Terra Verde is a leading provider of high-end mortgage solutions, offering innovative, flexible mortgage consulting and related software solutions to clients. Not only has Terra Verde worked with scores of clients leveraging their current operations to provide custom help for lenders that achieve their long-term goals. Terra Verde has also productized several solutions and services that have been able to help hundreds of clients achieve operational and production excellence. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. Now let's get right to the keynote address. I want to introduce our speaker, but first I want to talk to you a little bit about the situation that we're in as an industry. There are a lot of layoffs going on. I'm sure you know people, friends who have lost their jobs and been displaced as a result of this downturn. I certainly do. And these are good, intelligent, strong-minded, thoughtful people. So how can we use technology to empower our current employees and make it in such a way that we instill confidence in our current employees after this round of layoffs may or may not have occurred within our company? That's the topic that our keynote speaker is going to address. So with that, I want to introduce Alayna Gardner. She's the Director of Sales and Marketing at Lodestar. Take it away, Alayna.
Hi, my name's Alayna Gardner. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing here at Lodestar. We are the closing cost experts, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how you can use tech to empower your current employees and build back trust after the layoffs that have happened over the last 2 years. So we all know we're at one of the lowest staffing levels that we've probably seen in more than just a few years. And because of that, we're in a really unique situation. Our employees that remain with us, we need to build that trust back. So one thing you can ask them to do is ask them, is there a technology that you know of or that you think that might be out there that would make your day-to-day life easier? That could be a loan processor, that could be an underwriter, and ask them, how can I make your job easier? So that way, you can set key metrics like, let's say you want to get to 120 loans closing a month from 100 loans closing a month. If you do 120 loan closings a month, would you be making a hiring decision? And if you would be, should you be making a technology decision instead? So by knowing your time savings for a certain piece of technology, knowing your implementation costs, your maintenance costs, as well as your implementation timeline and resources needed, you could put yourself in a position. So instead of making a hiring decision at that 120 loan mark and adding another team member, you could add a technology. And the benefit of that is you have the ability then to pay that employee more, right? Because they can process more loans. And you can also protect that employee for the future when the next downturn comes. We should be planning our businesses for 5 to 10 years and for the ebbs and flows of this industry. We know they're coming, so let's build for them together. So if you'd like to talk more about this at all, you can find me on LinkedIn. My name's Alayna Gardner, and thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me today.
I think that was great advice, Alayna. Now I want to transition to today's panel. To moderate today's panel is a longtime friend of mine, a marketing expert in our space. I'm sure you all know him, a member of the Progress in Lending executive team and founder of NexLevel Advisors, Mr. Michael Hammond.
Tony, thank you for that wonderful introduction. Participating in the Progress in Lending Engage Roundtable discussions is quite an honor. We have an amazing panel that is going to answer this pressing question: how the right automation can lower the cost to originate while enhancing engagement. Can't wait to hear what our incredible panel has to share. Let's start with our first guest, Josh Friend, founder and CEO of Insellerate. Josh, let's hear your point of view.
Great question on how lenders can use the right automation to lower origination costs while also increasing engagement. I think that's something that really works well with our experience at Insellerate. One of the foundations of Insellerate was basically borrower engagement and communication. And the reason why that was the foundation of Insellerate is because we know that actually lowers costs to originate through a handful of different methods. If you can increase your engagement and borrower communication, increase that, you're going to increase your conversion. You're going to get more repeat customers. You're going to convert more people in the funnel. If you also communicate better with your customers, you will speed up transactions. And when you speed up transactions, you also will pull through more loans, get more referrals, get more business. And we know this because we've done several studies. You can come to our website. We've done a contact study. We've contacted over 1,000 lenders at this point and seen how they responded to us. And you would be surprised that the average lender takes 23 hours to respond to someone. Only 10% use text messaging. The average lender only follows up the lead 1.1 times. And almost 50% of all leads go uncontacted without a phone call or text or any outreach communication, which is pretty wild to think. So most lenders can get really, simple. You can automate those things. You can use a tool like Insellerate or, automate a first text. If someone tries to reach out to you, goes to your website, applies for a mortgage, you can't contact them, you should send a text message. I can tell you those text messages will get 30, 40, 50% or more response rates. Those are rapidly going to increase your pipeline. You're going to speak to more of your customers, but you're also going to increase engagement. Your borrowers are going to be happier. right? They're going to be getting better communication. It doesn't just start with the top of the funnel. It's also during the process and transaction. You want to communicate to your borrowers, tell them what's going on. You want to communicate to your real estate agent, your partners, let them know what's going on. And you don't want to rely on, human effort, meaning that someone has to remember to call the real estate agent and tell them what's going on, and text them the loans that's got approved. Use automation to do that, right? If you can increase automation and you can increase those touch points, you'll get less calls. So you're going to be able to handle more loans per transaction per employee. And you're also going to, again, just really increase the borrower satisfaction. When you make your borrowers happier, you're going to get more business. That's really what it comes down to is, just how do you get more business? How do you lower the cost of originate? I can tell you, lower your marketing costs, increase your pull through. So automate your communication. Make sure that you're working with a system that can automate phone calls, email, text messages. And we're also now start pulling in emails. So you'll know if someone opened your email, responded to you, saw a text, responded to your text, called you or not. And then you can really, automate that communication and make sure you're talking to your customer the right way.
Excellent insights, Josh. Our next guest is Lisa Schreiber, president of LSK Consultants. Lisa, please share with us your perspective.
I think there's really three very easy and quick ways to think about this. One, of course, is you have to engage the users early, meaning that you have to really understand what it is they're looking for. What's the issue? What is the issue that you're trying to solve with the technology that you're either bringing into your organization or even developing? Also, I think you have to make it really simple, right? So if you're making something for somebody that doesn't use technology very often, or is required to use technology for their job. So if you've got a loan officer, for example, and you really want to just help them originate loans, help them think outside the box, help them to find new opportunities. You really want to engage them in a way that makes sense to them, talk their language, understand that they're out on the road in a car, make it accessible. So just really consider the target of your technology. And then, of course, if you're bringing new technology into your organization, it really just has to work well for the people. It just has to make their life easier and better. If it doesn't meet their needs, if they really can't understand it quick, if they don't understand why the change or new technology is coming in, and if they really don't understand how it can make their life better and just enhance what they're doing, maybe even give them a little bit more free time. Maybe they don't have to work till midnight. I don't know, but it's always good to engage your users. Hope that helps. Thanks.
Great points, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing. Our next guest is Mike Kirk. He is the Chief Innovation Officer for the Alternative Valuation Groups at Nationwide Property and Appraisal Services. Mike, share with us some of your insights on this incredibly important topic.
Programs like Value Acceptance plus Property Data and ACE plus PDR allows for automation in the valuation space, which lowers costs and overall cycle times. Working with vendors who have streamlined this data collection process using technology and efficient workflows not only reduces costs, but also enhances the customer experience in two key areas. First, let's discuss turn times. Property data collection takes a fraction of the time of a full appraisal, so the overall turn times can be substantially reduced. Since appraisals have traditionally been the longest pole in the tent, it allows for the entire origination process to move much faster. Second, but equally as important, is reducing valuation issues. Since a value is not required for a large percentage of these files, the chance of working through a valuation issue becomes much lower, allowing for a more streamlined and better customer experience. While I have been discussing recent appraisal modernization efforts, we are just scratching the surface. We will continue to see rapid advancement in the area of artificial intelligence and the expansion of consumer-facing applications for property data collection. While automation and modernization have been lagging in the appraisal industry for some time, we are starting to see more engagement within the origination space, which is a welcome change.
Thank you for sharing, Mike. Our final guest is Mike Kaysen, CEO and founder at Silverwork Solutions. Mike, welcome to our discussion. Let's have you round out this discussion with some of your insights.
Hi, thanks for the question. I think that the right automation will lower costs, but it's clear that not all automation is going to lower costs. The right automation should fit in to a lender's operations in a way that can be measured. I think it's important that lenders can easily see the cost savings so that they can do a couple things. One, track and communicate the value of the automation. And then secondly, use that good news on the value creation to build confidence and momentum with the automation programs. If it's too complex to measure, that's usually a red flag. Addressing the part of the question that mentions the right automation, our experience is that a couple things are present when we see real cost reduction in originations. One is the use case that is selected for automation is usually a very large scope. Pursuing smaller tactical automation, things like widgets and plugins, tend not to really free up the talent to take on other responsibilities in the company. Secondly, the automation needs to fit in naturally with lenders' processes and shouldn't require big changes to their workflow or process and procedures to adopt the technology. In terms of addressing the enhancing engagement portion of the question, obviously engagement is critical. If the technology is not being used, then the benefits aren't going to be realized. The right technology that's able to drive engagement usually has a wow factor. Users should be left thinking, boy, how did the automation do that so well? How did it do it so fast? How did that automation come up with such a great result? There's a lot of great technologies, emerging nowadays, GPT being only one of them that really can help achieve this wow factor. At our company, we're doing a lot of work with AI, and we frequently use the term human in the loop. This refers to where the end user fits in the end-to-end workflow with automation. And regarding the engagement topic, we're finding that designing where the human fits in the loop in a thoughtful way can really help drive engagement in a big way. It also works best if the end user can delegate meaningful tasks to the automation and have a real collaborative workflow between the automation and the end user. So there was really a lot packed into your question. I hope I answered it fully. And I also think it's a great question, very relevant for today's lenders in such a competitive marketplace.
That was a great panel. Thank you, speakers, and thank you, Michael, for sharing that industry wisdom with all of us. I also want to thank Alayna, our keynote speaker for the day, and all of our sponsors. And with that, day 3 of Engage 2023 has come to an end, but come back here tomorrow for day 4 when Engage 2023 begins anew. Until tomorrow. So long, everybody.